Okay friends, so now welcome to the important lecture, and this lecture will tell you why you are not still taking the action, and I'll explain it in a very basic format, and I hope you understand this completely. So what stops you? You need to understand the ecology. Ecology is a study of effects. Whenever you take a decision, your mind thinks of something, your mind thinks of a point where it stops, because looking at that result or looking at the outcome that is going to come, your mind automatically breaks it down and stops you from taking the action. That is the meaning of ecology in neuro-linguistic programming. Ecology is not objections, but ecology is a study of results in a way which tells you why these results which you are expecting are compelling you to stop and not take an action. So let's understand what is ecology and how this works, right? We are always in one of these three positions in life, right? So what are the present life positions? Number one, there is P1, P2 or P3. P1 is that you are happy. The first position where you might be in your present time is where you are happy. When you are happy, you are completely satisfied and you are not bothered about what is going around. You are just contented and you don't want to change anything. You are just happy whatever is going around. This happiness is one of the basic happiness. It is in concern with the end value, not in concern with the mean value. And if you are happy in your end value, definitely your mean value has been met. That is for sure. There is a second position life, that is fence sitting, or where you are in between the position 1 happy and in between the sad. So you are neither frustrated, disappointed, and nor you are so happy, but you are just contented whatever is going in the life, and you just want to continue with it. You don't want to change. There is a third position from where the question starts, that is the position of sadness or dissatisfaction or frustration. This is the position where you do not know whether your actions, what you are doing, are going to give you the results you are expecting or not, and whether they are going to give you the result or not. Once you are sad, so you are not satisfied with your present condition, and then at that point you take a decision that I don't want to be in this status and I want to change my status. And here is where you enroll into goal setting courses, you enroll into personality development courses, you enroll into filling that emptiness inside you. You take all these courses to fill that emptiness that you are feeling inside you, and you want to go to the next level. So when you decide to leave, then there are 5 steps, and most of the people cannot complete these 5 steps, and that is why they get stuck in the life. What is the first step? The first step is you take a decision that I don't want to live this life anymore, I need to change my life. There you take a decision that I decide to move forwards now. And there are so many objections that stop you at this level also. If you overcome this level, if you make the decision, if you decide that yes, I want to go forwards, then you go to the second step and you decide to start something new. You take an initiative, you take the power of initiative, and you decide that I don't want to continue anymore with this life, I need to change my life, I deserve a better life and I need to go towards my better life. After starting, you decide to continue. So there are points in between. I will be discussing in detail that what stops you at each of these points, and you start continuing, you start doing this job towards your new life, you start taking courses towards your new life, and you are almost there. You are ready with the plan, you are ready with the action plan, you are ready with whatever you want to change, and you are at a point where you get a breakthrough. Breakthrough is where you get out of your comfort zone. You just break your comfort zone and you discover a new comfort zone, and that is when you reach the 5th step, that is that you get a new status quo. So from position 1 you come to position 2. You are in position 1, you feel always happy. Then you come to a position 2 where you start getting boring because there is no change in life, and once you are comfortable there, you can run your life up to certain extent, then you start feeling that there is something missing in the life. So you reach the P3, that is the position 3, and position 3 is the position of decision. Let's see these things in detail. Position 1 is you are all happy. You are happy and satisfied with the job you are doing. You are at your G max, that is you are most stable and you are most effective. You are firm and positive at this state, and you are operating from a mode of active and affirmative. So you are active also, you are doing everything, you are prospering in your life. This is the place where most of the people who are millionaires or multimillionaires, they reach, but they reach their end values, and they are still working because they want to sustain this position. That is the decision, that you sustain this position. The P2 level is here fence sitting. So you are in between happy and sad. Neither you are very happy about what is going on, neither you are disappointed about what is not going on, and you are indecisive about what you have to do in the future, because you feel whatever is running is good, it is great, and I don't need to change it, until and unless you have some other value that is missing. But here also you are uncertain about the result, but it is not bothering you. You are not bothered whether the result is certain or not, right? And so what you do is you keep on doing something. You are always active, you are involved, you are busy with doing something that keeps the ends connected, right? So this is a type of sarcastic mode where you are indecisive. The third is here that you are unhappy. So you are not satisfied with the action or results. You are not satisfied with what you are doing. You know the results you are getting are not enough for you to be for your survival. You know that you are not very happy. You are highly indecisive. You do not know what to do in life, where to go, what to do, how to do it. You don't know that. You are in a demanding position where if you think that I need to do something, there are so many demands on you. So you even feel worried. You have a pull towards newness. You have a pull towards something higher. You have a pull towards creating something new. But at the same time, you are even afraid of where you are and leaving the place, leaving your comfort zone. And this is the position of decision making. The P3 level is the position where you are left out with two options. The first option is staying the same, destined, no hope for betterment. You are sort of stuck. You feel that this is my destiny, and whatever is going in my life is the best that can happen, and I have to survive with this only. And you need freedom from this stuck state. And this is where the freedom from state comes, that I want to get out of this. I don't want to get stuck here. I want to move ahead. You have that feeling of moving ahead, but at the same time you take a decision that okay, this might be my destiny and I cannot do anything better than this. There is another option, that you take an initiative to improve and to upgrade yourself. You take an initiative to raise your standards. You take an initiative to move from. You need freedom from your present conditions, the present situations, the present surrounding, and here you take a decision of moving beyond. But when you take a decision to move, when you take a decision to leave from your P3 position, the biggest enemy is certainty. Can certainty be enemy? It is an enemy, because what happens here is it is a reverse law. Certainty that you are having in your present situations is giving you so much of comfort that you become uncertain to pull out from this place. That right now, at least whatever is going on, my life is stable. If I move ahead from here, the present situations that I am balancing and I am sitting on a seesaw in a neutral position, this will start getting up and down. So you start feeling uncertainty and you become absolutely unstable. And this creates a fear into you. A fear of uncertainty is created because in the present situation, with all the pains that are there, you are living in certainty with the pains. So known devil is better than non-devil. That is this thing that works over here. And this certainty has two friends. The first friend is status quo, the comfort zone, the way the life is going on, and this is what pulls you back. It doesn't want you to move forward. It just pulls you back, it sticks you back, it brings you back and says whatever is going in life is good, we don't have to go for massive change, there is nothing going to happen. The second friend of this is a desire to be comfortable. You don't want to leave your comfort zone. You don't want to get into that uncertainty. You don't want to get into that. You say that I don't want to take any risk in life. Already I am debilitated, and if I take further risk, I will end up into worse conditions. This is what your certainty creates, that it says that the future is uncertain. The present conditions, however they are going, we are running with them, we are working with them, we will be able to survive on this. But at the same time, you are not happy. So you are just you are just creating a memorandum of understanding with your situations, that whatever the situations are, I am not in a position to take further risk. And if you decide to move ahead, if you take a decision that no, whatever happens, I'll let it happen, whatever happens, I want to move ahead, then you go through these 5 steps. The first step is you decide to leave. The second is you decide to start something new. And the third is you decide to continue. You start something new and you then take a decision that I will continue. And if you continue in the same path, you reach the level of breakthrough. And if you cross the breakthrough, then you have to keep lot of patience, lot of perseverance is needed, lot of work is needed when you are doing this. This is what I am making you do with my course. And the breakthrough is you start taking action, and once you take actions, do it for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then the changes will start happening in yourself and in your environment. And these changes over a period of time will take you through the breakthrough, and once you leave the breakthrough, you can go to the new level. But at each of these levels, there are so many restrictions that are just holding you back. You just have to become aware. I am making you aware of these things that are stopping you. So when you decide to leave, what are the factors that are stopping you? First is you say that whether I should do it or not. Maybe this is my destiny. Maybe this is the best I can give. Maybe I thank God that it is not worst. It could have been worst, but I thank God that it's not worst. So you just settle yourself and you feel that this is all you have. So you accept it as your destiny. Second is lack of open-mindedness. Now you will tell I am not having lack of open-mindedness, Ashish, and physically you will even defend it once that I say that it is an issue of open-mindedness, but the subconscious level, this is one factor influencing your decision to quit. This might not because of your conscious restriction or rejection to change. This might be your unconscious conditioning since childhood, or because of your belief system or your values you have been exposed to, you are learning and experiencing that have shaped your behavior and thinking. The third thing is lack of resourcefulness or flexibility. Now what is this? See, probably you lack a flexibility in your approach, learning, changing, or accepting new attitudes related to the change. Maybe that you might be lacking resourcefulness to see the possible options available to you, or maybe you are finding resources that might help you to improvise, but you cannot think out of the box, so you cannot see them. Maybe the opportunities are there, but you are not seeing them because you cannot just imagine that I can do something. Next thing is an unclear outcome. You have decided to move forward, but you do not know where you want to go. You do not know where I will move ahead. If I move ahead, where should I go? So lack of vision, and that is why I said you that we are working on your outcome, why we are working on your purpose, why again and again I am saying you the why the purpose, the goals, because if you have a clear vision, you can move out effectively. The next is here belief system. This we have discussed previously also, so I will not go a lot into this, but this is also an underlying hidden silent factor that stops you from taking the decision to leave. The commonest belief that is prevalent here is future will remain uncertain. No matter whatever I do, my future is uncertain. But I have already cleared this thing to you that you can convert your future, you can divert your, you can transform your future. You just have to take a decision. Next is instant gratification. Now this is a very subtle thing, and it defies your decision to leave, because even when you realize that you are not happy, you are in pain in your present state, you need to upgrade out of the present state, you still are not willing to start the change towards your desired position. There has to be some hidden reward that you are getting. There has to be some hidden comfort that you are getting. Maybe your mind considers the present status more important. Maybe your mind considers a relationship more important, a advantage more important, a self-limiting thought, or a rewarding behavior. Something is rewarding you in the present situation, so that reward, in spite of pain, this small reward that you are getting is doing a work of instant gratification. So you are looking at the short gains, short-term improvements that you are getting, but you are not working on the long-term gain. You are avoiding the short-term discomfort because you think that long-term gain is not possible or it is not certain. This is what instant gratification does. It just stops you at the level you are working. It doesn't want you to go ahead. Next can be a feeling of guilt, that probably sometimes you might be so much well stabilized in your present unstable situation. That an effort of changing them might be giving you a feeling of guilt to make the change. You might not be able to risk the discomfort. And next very common thing is a feeling of frustration, feeling frustrated. Maybe you make efforts at a minor level, you are not having outcome, you are not keeping your goals, you are not keeping your long term plans, and you are not having a purpose. You are just trying to improvise small things which are not working out, so you start feeling frustrated with this, right? And the biggest thing which I see in coaches, they start feeling overwhelmed. They start feeling that I have to do so much. Do I need to do so much? I have done so much till this point of my life. I have struggled for everything, and is this struggle going to go beyond this? Do I need to do all this work that Ashish is saying me to do? Do I need to do all these things? These overwhelmed feelings come into you. But you have to understand that if you are going on a wrong side of the road or in the wrong direction, either you go slow or fast, you are still traveling in the wrong direction. You have to come back the distance that you have traveled in the wrong direction before you start going to the right direction. Don't feel overwhelmed. Try to overcome these points. If you can overcome these things, then you reach to the second stage. And the second stage is that you just convince your mind that now I'm going to start, I don't want to stop. So you take a decision of initiation. And when you take a decision of initiation, then there are some more objections that are standing over there. The first and the foremost objection is desiring immediate success. You say that, oh my god, how much time it is going to take? It has been 3 months I am doing this, it has been 6 months I am doing this. Let me give you my own example. I started my this coaching business in 2019. Almost 1 year was lost and I did not get any results. I didn't get any clients. I was working 18 hours a day. I was all head in. I was all in between the books. I was creating so many things and I never got results. I started feeling this frustration because I was not getting immediate success. I did not realize that I am still not connecting to my long term outcome or my purpose. And the moment I decided my purpose and I started working towards it, the second thing came inside was perfectionism. I always thought that still I am lacking in something, still something is missing, still I have to learn something. I should take one more certificate, I should do one more course, I need to do this. Nobody is perfect in this world, you have to agree on this point. Nobody is perfect, and those who are perfect have done the job. They have done this, they have gone through this process, and now then they are perfect. Right? So perfectionism can be second most important thing. The third factor that holds you here when you decide to start is you feel very much comfortable with your present identity. I have gone through this. I was a physiotherapist. Out of the physiotherapist, I have to just change myself from physiotherapist to NLP therapist. When I started digging deep into NLP, when I started reading Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, when I started reading Anatomy of Illness, they were contradicting to the thoughts that I have learned in medical science. I have to leave my identity. I thought so many times that I can work better off as a physiotherapist, but I knew that there was a higher purpose for which I have been sent here. And that kept me going, and today I am an NLP coach who is coaching the coaches, who is guiding the coaches to develop their program, their mindset. It was only when I realized that I can do this. So stop associating yourself with your older image. That is the image that you are living since so many years. It is going to take time. But if you have a purpose, if you know that I have something to go beyond, I have something more to share, you will definitely overcome it. Next is fear of being laughed off. Hell lot of things are there with me, and I have gone through these things, and when I'm discussing this to you, my past is just reflecting in front of me. That movie is running in front of me, which is saying me, which said me that your friends, your colleagues, you are a renowned name in physiotherapy, your colleagues will tell what Ashish is teaching, he is into an inspiration field, he has become a motivator. Sorry, I defied all these identities. I said I have not become a motivator, I have not become a inspirational guru. Sorry, I am not that. I am a transformationist, and that is why I always write transform as transformation and wellness coach. I started transforming people. Those people who first said Ashish has nothing, he's just a show off, when they joined with me, they understood that there is something inside Ashish that has changed. And it took some time for me to change this. Lot of nervousness will be there when you are trying something new, when you are learning some new art, and when it is demanding on you. You are not coming from a comfortable position and going to a comfortable position. You are coming from an uncomfortable position and you are moving towards another position which you have to make comfortable. You have to become the cause. So you will have a lot of nervousness, doesn't matter. And then there is this last thing, is fear of unknown. And whatever we are doing in this course since starting, we are just doing it, we are working it up, we are working the steps down, we are doing the chunking down only to remove this fear of unknown. If you take one step, Zig Ziglar has written in his book See You at the Top that the elevator is not working. You have to take the steps, and the first step is creating your self image. The first step is clearing your unknownness. If you decide that this will be my future, you come to the cause point, you make it happen, then the life will go and it will unfold itself. You decide to continue, you take the initiative, you start working in this direction, you decide to continue. Let me tell you, at each of these points my life is reflecting in front of me. And now what are the problems that come? The first and the foremost problem is identity crisis. You reach a place where you are in no man's land. You just disappear from, because you have left your old identity, and till the time you create your new identity, you are left in a no man's land. You have to keep yourself motivated. You cannot identify with your goal or outcome. You are off your present image, but you don't have any clear image of your future. You don't have the definition of the new you. And this is what we are working here when we are working with NLP in this course. You have perceived it consciously, but as you reach halfway, you lose the sight of the starting point. You start feeling uncomfortable, you start feeling uncertain, you start feeling haziness about the desired point, about the point where you want to reach. This could be one of the reasons that is stopping you, the identity crisis. And that is why in neurological alignment, again and again I tell you to identify with your goals, identify with your new introduction, identify with the new tags you will have on you. You have to identify it. Lack of upgradation. Probably you feel I do not have these knowledge, I do not have these things, I do not have this capacity, I don't know how to operate Zoom, I don't know how to make videos, record videos, edit videos, I don't know how to record a lecture, I don't know how to face the camera, and you just get into lack of upgradation. You feel so much of it. You need you feel a requirement of skill set, you feel a requirement to achieve new status, and you are not probably upgraded, but you probably would need a mentor or a motivator to guide you. Select a mentor or a motivator who can help you, who can walk with you, who can, and select a person who is already doing this. You need a self image of transformation. You need new values and beliefs before you move beyond this point. And maybe you have not upgraded your toolkit, so you question the decision to continue. The next point is lack of appreciation. Absolutely, when you are in a new job, might be that you are not getting the fuel to continue. Appreciation is the fuel to continue. When people tap on your back and say you are doing a good job, you feel motivated to do that. In the initial days you have to do it, and that is why in your journal I have said you to write down that celebrate your small wins daily. I have given this in the journaling section. You need your self-image transformation, and maybe that your efforts are not rewarded. No one is tapping on your shoulders and saying you that you have done a good job. So you might feel an insecurity. You might feel that whether I should go beyond or not. So this is one point that might stop you, but you don't have to worry. Next is lack of evidential support. You don't get evidence. You are not getting, see, you are working towards becoming a coach and you are not getting the type of earning, not even a bit of it. Till last year also I was not earning even a penny, even after 1.5 years of my coaching training, because I never believed in myself. I never created my own self image. And this also may be one point which will tell you that it's okay. Where we are happy. We don't have to go to the next level. Don't stop here. Try to tackle these things with affirmity. Try to tackle these things. That is why I have given you incantations. Do these incantations. Meditate so that you keep your mind calm. And I am going to teach you anxiety techniques also, how you can keep your anxiety below a level of nervousness, below a level of stress. So this might be one thing that will pull you back. It will just pull you back and throw you back on the sad position. It will throw you in your comfort zone. For some time you might feel motivated, but then you come back to your comfort zone. Then you continue with this, you overcome this point also. The next step, you reach to a breakthrough. And at the breakthrough, the most difficult part, when you are on a verge where you have to take a decision that you are completely leaving your past life behind, leaving your past identity behind, leaving your past things behind, and you are entering a new zone, where I stopped treating patient in physiotherapy, where I started denying patients to treat in physiotherapy. That means I believe in my new coach. But what stops over here? The first thing is, you cannot handle this escape velocity, because as soon as you get free of your old things, you become uncertain. The feeling of loneliness comes up. The fear of getting detached from your past self comes up. Any of the aforementioned can be the reason that you might sit back. You will feel led off. The possible reasons for these can be hidden subconscious scripts, your conditioning since childhood, your subconscious programming that just hits the return or eject button. It just hits the escape button of your seat, and you might just be thrown back into where you were. Might be your past experiences, the experiences or beliefs given by other people, by your friends, by your family, by your society, or by your own experience in the past have conditioned you for uncertainty. There can be so many things that can abort your ignition. They can stop you at your escape velocity. Rectify these before you reach the escape velocity. You have to, that is why undergo the neurological alignment. Do the work that I am telling you to do again and again, because this is what is going to give you the escape velocity, where you can take a decision that whatever happens, I don't want to leave this situation anymore. It is not destiny. It is I have decided that I will stay here. Take that decision. Second is fear of responsibility. You feel if you become the new you, your responsibilities will increase. Your responsibilities towards answering people will increase. The responsibility that your new status will get to you will increase. The feeling of whether you will be able to manage these responsibilities, whether you think you are capable of taking these responsibilities or not, comes up. So that is why you have to be prepared. I have been preparing you since the inception of this course for all these things. Just keep a check that these things are not stopping you from going where you want to go. And the next is a sense of being lost, which is very important. When you leave your old values, when you leave your old beliefs, when you leave your old identity, you come as a person who has to search and create the new you. So you might be having a fear of, a sense of getting lost, a sense of losing your loved ones, a sense of losing belongingness, losing the balance, getting tipped off. So these feelings can keep you, stopping you from going through the breakthrough. But you believe me, if you continue from this level, then you reach. If you can overcome this, if you can overcome the fear of feeling empty that you are feeling at this state, if you can just overcome this thing, then you can definitely go beyond a point where you are stuck right now. The fear of end of journey. You do not know what will happen. If I reach this position, then what I will do? There are so many people who work so hard in their life, they have got everything they ever wish to get, and then they reach a level of emptiness. Then they reach a level where they do not know what to do next. Here is the thing where people sell their companies in millions and billions of rupees because they don't know. So that is why a vision outcome is important, because as soon as you reach the new level, you have to overcome your things. And how to overcome most of the things I have already discussed. Find out the level of limitation depending on the neurological levels. Wherever an objection is coming, just find out what level the objection is operating. Is there some belief that is coming and stopping me? Is there some value that is coming and stopping me? Is my identity not, I am not identifying with the goal right now. Try to find out what is out of these levels stopping you, that is not allowing you to go beyond. And once you overcome this, once you align yourself, once you take a decision that whatever happens I will move beyond, you will transform your life. And you will not only transform your life, you will transform the life of everybody that is connected to you. You are here on this earth for contribution and growth. You are here on this earth with all the capacities that you are given. No other animal is given this capacity. You have been gifted with this capacity and you have to use it to the max. That is why you have been given a thinking brain. You have been given a thinking brain which we call as mind. You have been given a heart that keeps working for you. You have been given so many systems. You can take decision by yourself. You can operate by yourself. Just keep a check on these things which I have discussed. And if you follow this cascade, you can find a new you, a new level, which is self-propelling. Do you think that those people whose names are in the top 10 in the Forbes list, they have to work? They don't have to work. Even for their next 5 generations, if they don't work, the generation can earn. But they still keep working because they see a purpose in their life. This is what Ikigai has discussed. In the book Ikigai, they have discussed that how people survived more than 100 years of age. They survived with small purposes in front of them. Maybe it is a purpose of just following the schedule. Maybe it is a purpose of just doing simple things in your life. Doesn't matter. You don't have to always create big things in your life for a purpose. You can have a small purpose. There was a guy I heard that who was a street cleaner, and at a certain point of time he donated $300 million. At the end of 40 years he donated, 60 years he donated $300 million to the welfare fund. From where did a street cleaner got $300 million? He collected it. That was his purpose. That was his calling. Discover your calling and don't stop over here.